we happily ended. Amen. Hello to our viewers, and we would like to greet everyone from one virtual screen to another. A good day, and we hope that all is well. This talk is made especially for our students who are pursuing their passion to be part of the tourism and hospitality industry, just like me. Good day, I am Marie Domingo, and I will be your host for today. Now, before listening to the inspirational talks of our speaker, let us all welcome first the Dean of the Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management, Dr. Joy Sheila Baraero Era, for her opening remarks. Ma'am?
Good morning and welcome to the web entitled Hashtag Brave and Resilient ITHM Alumni Success Stories. We are happy to welcome Director Michelle, our admissions director, and the admissions and financial assistance team for joining us in this webinar. We are happy that you took the time to join us, in, and this webinar is intended for incoming freshmen and to students who would like to pursue a career in tourism and hospitality. Today, we are excited to welcome back two of our best alumni in the person of Ramon Tiongco Jr. and Belman Millan Jr., who will inspire us with their stories as an FE student before and now as a successful tourism and hospitality professional. We also thank our ITHM academic managers who organized this webinar with our APH for laboratories, Mr. Eugene Benita, as the lead of this event. Brave and resilient are the two key principles that we as an institute aspire our students to be. We bravely faced uncertainties and fears of this health crisis that we are now facing, and we are resilient to withstand adversities in life by keeping a positive mindset. The tourism and hospitality has survived and thrived in all natural disasters, wars, economic crisis, and health crisis in the past. And we are confident that we will be able to bounce back and adjust to this new situation that we are in. We hope that you will learn from this webinar, enjoy the rest of the day, and a pleasant good morning.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Now, we'll go on to our first speaker. He is an alumnus of FEU ITHM Batch 2013 and he graduated summa cum laude. He became a lecturer at De La Salle College of St. Benilde School of Hotel, Restaurant, and Institution Management. Currently, he is part of the Department of Tourism under the Office of Tourism Development, Planning, Research, and Information Management. And at the same time, he is taking his master's degree in the Tourism Development and Management at the University of the Philippines, Diliman. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Mr. Ramos A. Chonco Jr. Sir?
Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes. Can you hear me po? Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. Am I being heard? All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
You're being heard, sir.
Yes, thank you. To our Dean, Dr. Joy Sheila Ira, HRM Program Head, Ma'am Marichu Liwanag, Tourism Program Head, Sir Johnson Del Rosario, the faculty and students of Institute of Tourism and Hotel
and
Management,
Hotel Management,
Far Eastern University, Manila.
Far Eastern University, Manila.
A pleasant morning. I am deeply honored for this opportunity to speak before you at this gathering. It means a great deal for me to be used as a source of encouragement, especially during these extraordinary times. But today is not about myself or who I am and what I do. Today is about where I've been, brought me here, and how this good university has shaped and guided me to where I am today. Today is a day of Thanksgiving. joy, and humility. Not everyone can be given the pleasure of university education, so we offer this blessing to our parents. Laid the foundation for us to begin and appreciate learning. And to our mentors, who have challenged and encouraged us to live up our dreams and build on more. Though at times things go south and we get humbled, because of your belief in us, we get determined to rise up with gladness and continuity. Far Eastern University, for always being committed to its core values, fortitude, excellence, and uprightness, whether seen or unseen. Working in government has taught me to appreciate these core values and has made me realize that desiring to execute and live up to the decisions the right way develops character vested to a generation this country deserves and longs for. Lastly, to our students, I hope you'll remember this as one of the best days in your early college life, a beginning of a wonderful journey. Remember that you made a great decision entering under tourism and hospitality at FEU. I am proud to say that you are all in great hands, as ITHM has prepared the best set of faculty equipped with the technology and facilities you will need to be industry ready. Trust me, if it has worked for me, without a doubt, it will work for you. Before I close, allow me to share just one story in the Bible. On Luke chapter 17, it tells to us that there were 10 lepers who were healed by Jesus, and one of them came back, fell on his knees before the Lord, and said, "Thank you," and honored him and blessed his name. Warning to everyone you believe has helped you reach where you are now. Please take time to say, "Thank you." The Lord has strengthened me in my college journey to share this with all of you, believing His grace and faithfulness surrounded me at the start. So I say, endure until you get past the finish line. Never give up. Progress in your character happens under pressure. When you're frustrated or when you don't know what to do, that's when you will learn the most. Now, as we all join forth to run a longer and more competitive race where skills are tested, reputations are made, my prayer is that He would strengthen you all the way He has strengthened me all throughout my life. Let's go, Tamaraos, and battle for the right. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Sir Ramon. Ayan. So, while we are waiting for more participants to join, i-interviewin ko muna kayo, sir, kung okay lang.
Sure, 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 sure. Pleasure.
Ayun, sir. So, since nasa new normal na po tayo, and for sure maraming students ang excited na bumalik sa mga classroom, pero since nasa new normal nga tayo, hindi pa tayo makabalik. Pero kayo, sir, kung babalikan ninyo yung mga araw ninyo sa FEU, ano yung pinaka tumatak na sinabi ng teacher nyo sa inyo?
Ako, marami. Ano you got me on the spot ha. Ah, marami. Napa look back tuloy ako.
Mm-mm.
Um, I'm blessed to say kasi FEU has a set of faculty that are practitioners.
Mm-mm.
And whenever they say something, it really digs deep to a student. Just
Mm-mm.
like me, who wants to be part of the industry before. Um, Actually, yung quotes, medyo hindi ko naalala eh. Pero yung mannerism, saka yung the way they look at you,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
it marked so much to me. Um, there's this one professor who always give me a smirk. If you're familiar with a smirk, he always whenever I give my best, for instance, in reporting, in doing examinations,
Mm-mm.
um, he always does this smirk na gives me
The
parang
chills.
yes, na oh, parang it sends me a message that whatever you're doing right now, it's still not enough.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do better than that. So, yung ganong klaseng um, body language or that message to me through that smirk always reminds me na to never settle,
Mm-hmm.
never become satisfied if you know you can do better.
Mm-hmm.
So, things like that. Then, of course, may mga professors din tayo sa FEU na talaga din very appreciative din naman
Mm-hmm.
na whenever they see that you give your best, what happens happens.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good for you because it relieves you. So there's a mix of all those personalities in our faculty, which is very very beneficial to our students.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Tapos when you said, sir, na parang if teachers smirk at you, it means that what you're doing it's not enough. So, but at the end of your college year, you graduated summa cum laude. So, paano mo na double yung effort mo, sir? Ano yung naging inspiration mo para mapabuti yung studies mo, tsaka para mapalakas ang loob mo kahit minsan kapag nag-smirk yung mga teachers. Tapos, ang ibig sabihin pala nun you're not good enough or kulang pa yung efforts mo.
Exactly. So,
Mm.
well, the initial goal was entering FEU. My primary goal is just to have a scholarship. That's my dream.
Mhm.
Um, uh, Being in a family wherein your siblings are quite close to you in age, it's very
Mm.
important for us to have scholarships because in our family, yung father ko lang yung nag-work eh. So my mom committed herself to be at home to take care of us. So having a scholarship uh, really matters to us. And fortunately, FEU provided that through academic scholarships. So that was my goal. That's the inspiration to pursue scholarships and maintain that grade. So I never really dreamed of having that distinction.
Mhm.
All I really want is to help my family, uh, be less burdened financially.
Mm.
And yun nga eh, nung dumating na lang yung point na, oh, you're a candidate for this, you can be qualified for this. To me, it's a sigh of relief. Again, it's a mix. It's a sigh of relief and, just, parang, um, it's very humbling. It's a very humbling
Mm.
experience
Mm.
because if if you really work hard, if you really want to be a person bigger than yourself, to perform something that's bigger than yourself or for your family, whichever
Mm.
it may be, for your friends, for your lola, um, if you aim for something bigger than yourself, the Lord sees it. Hindi ano yan, hindi nakakalimutan ng Lord 'yan. And then yun nga eh, if you exert the best that you can to it, whatever happens, happens.
Mm.
And I'm just glad. I'm always considering that distinction as a bonus.
Mhm.
Bonus na lang siya talaga kasi hindi naman ko talaga siya pinangarap. Ang gusto ko lang talaga makatulong sa pamilya ko
Mm.
at magkatrabaho kaagad.
Mm.
So, yung gano'n, bonus siya. Pero sobrang thankful pa rin ako kasi nangyari yun. Kasi
Mm.
ano eh, it's never, very little people, very little, parang konting-konti lang ang nabibigyan ng ganong klaseng distinction. So,
Mm.
blessed. I'm really blessed.
Mm-mm. So, sir, what advice would you give to students, especially right now, sir? Nakita ko sa resume ninyo, kinukuha niyo yung master's degree of Science in Tourism Development and Management, and at the same time, you're working under the Department of Tourism. So, what's your advice, sir, for students, lalo na may mga nahihirapan na mag time management?
Well, siguro nung time ko lang kasi, ano eh, I think it was a bit easier because there
Mm-hmm.
were less distraction, so to speak. Wala masyadong, hindi pa ganun ka-improve ang social media, hindi pa ganun ka-rampant ang options natin for, for socialization. But, you know, for this batch of incoming students, just my advice is just to press on. Just to press on. Um, Mahirap talagang mag-aral. Yung hindi talaga siya walk in the park. Ika nga.
Mm-hmm.
So, even I experienced it in my graduate degree. So, to me, it just press on. Just press on. Hindi, your labor is not in vain.
Mm-hmm.
Talagang may bunga yan. And if you excel on what you do, keep pushing. Just make your craft better.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi like right now, we're in this extraordinary times. Tataas talaga ang competition sa industry. You have to expect that more and more companies in hospitality and tourism will be demanding
Mm-hmm.
because the competition is wide open and then opportunities are there.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be ready. You really have to
Mm-hmm.
be ready. We see in government that uh, 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line after this pandemic would subside, the industry will bounce back, will
Mm-hmm.
recover, and
Mm-hmm.
then if the once the industry recovers, we need workforce. We need to get back all these people who lost their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And once your time is up, once you graduate the time, you have to be ready.
Mm-hmm.
So, just press on. May bunga yan. Hindi, ano yan, hindi baliwala yan. Do
Mm-hmm.
your best, always press on, never give up.
Ayan. So thank you so much, Mr. Ramon A. Tiongco Jr. Ayan, for inspiring our students, especially those who dreams to be in the tourism industry. Ayan, maraming salamat po, sir. Now, on to our next speaker. He is an alumnus of FEU ITHM Batch 2014, and he graduated as cum laude. He became a lecturer at the University of St. Louis, Tuguegarao, Cagayan School of Accountancy, Business, and Hospitality. After which he founded his own businesses, Shopping Burr Philippines, Urban Street Ramen, and co-founded Nooks and Spaces PH. And currently, he is the Admin Assistant 3 of the Department of Tourism Regional Office in Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. Let us all welcome Mr. Belman O. Millan Jr. Hello, sir. Good morning.
Sir, your mic is on mute. You can unmute it first, sir.
Hi, good morning everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Yes po, so I'll be sharing my slides. Okay lang po ba? So for all the participants, for all the students, and to all the FEU faculties and administrations, good
Yes,
morning
sir.
sa lahat. Opo. There you go. Okay, so I think nagpi-play na po ba yung sa aking screen? Ma'am?
Hi, sir. Yes po. Filipino po, sir.
Yes po. So while waiting po for my slides, so may I first introduce myself. So thank you po for that wonderful introduction po kanina. By the way, I am Belman Millan. I graduated from FEU batch
Ay,
2014.
Sir Oliver, sorry si Angel naman.
Yes po. Hello?
Hello, sir. Go on, sir.
Yes po. I think hindi po yata nag-play yung slides ko. Anyway, I'll just continue with my presentation po. So again, I am Belman Millan. I graduated from FEU way back 2014, and I learned a lot from FEU, from my teachers, to be more competitive. I want to be excellent in everything I do. The learnings from my academics, which I applied immediately to my workplace, was very fulfilling. For my teachers, they mold me as an individual and equip me the knowledge, skills, and discipline me, which is I needed in the hospitality industry. I started working at the age of 16, and I was then a second year college student. I did work for McDonald's, Starbucks during my college years. Time management, discipline, and confidence was very important when you decide to be a working student. Naalala ko po noon ang pasok ko sa Starbucks was from 6 a.m. to 12 noon, and sa FEU 1 to 9 p.m. Same cycle for almost 3 years. My working experience for 4 years prepared me to be a young entrepreneur. Way back 2015, I took risk to open my small restaurant even without having a background on business. I started business in the family, opening a restaurant or business takes a lot of sacrifice. There will always be struggle and trials in every business. You just have to endure all the trials and always think positively. This pandemic tests every entrepreneur in the entire world. Before we are fighting for sustainability, but now, because of COVID-19, we are fighting for our survivability. But we make sure we create strategies and adapt the new normal set by the government. FEU honed me to be more competitive while being a student. From academics to extracurricular activities, it molded me and prepared me to the industry which I belong now. FEU ITHM is a good training ground for you to discover and unleash your passion. The core values of FEU, fortitude, excellence, and uprightness, which I applied in every aspect of my entrepreneurial journey. For me, being successful is not measurable only by achievements, popularity, or by wealth, but importantly, the correct mindset as an entrepreneur. A good test and trials in life will make this soon as a testimony. And again, that was my experience and my insights and sharing my experience po sa lahat ng mga K-12 students po natin na papasok sa FEU. Hello po.
Hello, Maris. Hi, sir. Yeah, hello, sir.
Hello po.
Yes? Yes. Opo. Sir, nawala yung presentation mo. Can you share it again? Or tinanggal mo na talaga siya?
There you go.
Ayan.
Okay po.
Ayan. Yeah, habang wala pa si Maris, same
Hello, sir.
question with Sir Gold earlier.
Yes,
Can you share some of your uh, greatest moments in FEU?
opo.
Na
Ah,
yung parang yung pinakatumatak sa utak mo and you are continuously uh, do, using it in your ventures.
yes po. So sir, for me naalala ko po yung yung way back sa FEU pa po ako. Sa hospitality industry kasi kailangan natin maging lively, maging makulit. So ang hindi ko makakalimutan doon, isang sabi ng isang professor ko during our culinary class, kasi mahilig po akong umikot-ikot doon sa mga paklase ko at chine-check yung gawa nila. So dumating sa point na sabi nila, Milan, masyado kang maraming alam. Para mo, kala mo ikaw yung teacher. So for me po, yung sa akin, yung tumatak po sa akin na yun, nakakatawa kasi parang kahit student pa lang po ako noon, parang gustong-gusto ko yung minsan i-correct yung mga classmates mo na parang gusto mong laging maganda din yung presentation nila, maganda din yung um, output nila. So for me po, ang pinaka tumatak sa akin po nung nasa FEO ako yung pagiging makulit at pagiging lively, at ngayon po ginagamit ko pa rin kasi sa hospitality industry kailangan hindi tayo matamlay, kailangan lagi tayong energetic, kailangan lagi tayong masayahin, at kailangan lagi tayong on the go. Kaya tayo mag-adjust sa iba't ibang personality ng iba't ibang tao. Yun, sir.
Hello, Sir Belman.
Hello po.
Hi po. Ayun po, sir. Aside for dun, sir, syempre, since studentpreneur po kayo, ano pong advice yung mabibigay niyo sa mga students, lalo yung mga gustong dahil nga online classes na tayo ngayon, yung mga gustong magkaroon muna ng online business habang nag-aaral, ano po yung advice na mabibigay niyo sa kanila?
Ayun po. So for those students po, actually advocate po ako ng studentpreneur. So I encourage yung entrepreneur, yung individual to engage whatever passion, kung ano pong saan nila nakikita yung sarili nila, kung saan sila magaling, kung saan sila nag-excel. So it might not be sa ngayon kung di pa nila nakikita sa food industry, pwede rin naman yung mga pwede sila sa mga souvenir, but for now, for FEU ITHM, for hospitality industry, lalo na ngayon, karamihan ng mga tao nasa bahay lang. So engage in entrepreneurship. Pwede yung homemade lang muna. Pwede sa bahay lang muna, hindi kailangan ng physical store, hindi kailangan mag-rent ng malaking building, hindi kailangan gumastos ng malaki. Try it first sa bahay nyo and sell it first to your family, to your friends, and eventually, if okay po ang product nyo at napag-aralan nyo mabuti yan, sooner or later, pag nagkaroon kayo ng physical store, talagang lalago din yan, at definitely it takes hardship, maraming mga struggles, maraming mga pagdadaanan, but definitely you must start small po muna. Hello ma'am, medyo nawala po yung audio nyo.
Hello, sir?
Ayun po, there you go.
Ayan, sir. So, tinanong ko na po siya kay Sir Ramon kanina. Meron po bang tumatak sa inyong sinabi ng inyong teacher noon sa FEU na talagang hanggang ngayon ay dala niyo pa rin hanggang na nagwo-work na kayo?
Opo. Actually, nasagot ko siya kanina, pero thank you for asking that question again. For me, yung pagiging makulit, so nabaon ko, ang tumatak sa akin noon, karamihan ng mga professor, teachers ko sa FEU noon, sinabihan, Milan, sobrang kulit mo, minsan parang masyado akong nagmamagaling. But for me, parang dun ko na-express yung sarili ko na pagiging makulit na hanggang ngayon baon-baon ko pa rin. Kasi sa hospitality industry, sa industriya na pinasok ko at papasukin ng karamihan ng mga nakikinig, talagang kailangan maging lively ka, maging energetic, kasi sa hospitality industry hindi pwedeng matamlay. Kailangan on the go tayo lagi para kahit iba't ibang personality ang ma-meet natin, kaya natin makapag-adjust. So for me po yung pagiging energetic, pagiging masayahin, it's a very number one factor po dito sa hospitality industry, sa industriya po natin.
Mm. Sir, ano naman po yung ma-advise niyo? Siyempre, may mga students pa rin tayo na hanggang ngayon mahiyain pa rin, medyo timid, ganun. Ano po yung ma-advise niyo sa kanila lalo ngayon at parang nagte-take a rest tayo sa lahat ng mga ginagawa natin. So ano po yung masasabi ninyo sa kanila?
Ayun, so for those students na medyo mahiyain pa lang sa ngayon, okay lang 'yan kasi from high school and pumasok na kayo sa college, dun yung mas ma-explore at mas malalabas at ma-express yung sarili nyo. Basta for me, ang advice ko lang is find your passion. Kumausap kayo ng mga taong pareho kayo ng mindset, pareho kayo ng hilig, at pareho kayo ng ginagawa in terms of, for example, yung mga mahilig magluto, yung mga mahilig flare tending, mahilig mag-ayos ng, for example, for housekeeping. So find your colleagues na kung saan ka belong para hindi ka tinatawag nila hindi ka ma-OP. So yun, minsan kasi kailangan ng mga tao at mga estudyante na nakaka-relate. Meron din iba, pag kinausap mo in terms of academics, medyo mahihain. Pero pag kinausap mo, oy, tol, nag-ML ka ba? So yun yung conversation na minsan nakapag-initiate ka ng conversation na kaya yun lang pala hinihintay niya na um, na topic na doon ka makapag-engage. Kung ano yung mga hilig mo, find a partner, find a friends na kung saan din sila mahilig or kung pareho kayo ng hilig. Ayun po, ma'am.
Ayan, thank you so much po, Sir Belman Millan, for answering those questions. Now, again, thank you so much po sa ating dalawang speaker for being a living proof that this industry is a pool for visionary and hardworking people. Kaya naman, medyo nagtanong ako sa mga personal na bagay kanina. Ngayon, magtatanong po ako tungkol sa general na nangyayari sa tourism and hospitality industry ngayon, sir.
Yes po.
Ayan. Okay, so sir, Sir Ramon tsaka Sir Belman, yung problema po kasi ngayon, maraming students, especially mga fresh graduates, ang naghahanap ng trabaho. So, paano po yung ma-advise sa kanila, lalo sa current na nangyayari ngayon sa Pilipinas at sa buong mundo? Sir Ramon, kayo po muna.
Yes. All right. So it's a very timely question, no? And so it relates to everyone. For now, since tourism has really taken a hit because of the coronavirus, tama si Sir kanina, no? Si Sir Belman, no? So we really have to. I think this is the opportunity for us to really uh, seek inside of us kung ano yung passion natin and how we can relate that to the industry that we're involved in. If you're into if you're into food, if you're into um, teaching, if you're into um, arts, then maybe there's a space for you for in the industry for tourism or in hospitality, especially. Right now, for what my friends do is they get involved in education tourism. Um, it's something we are strong at as a country because we're one of the top destinations in terms of education tourism. All these Korean, Japanese, Chinese people coming to the country to learn English. Although mahirapan na sila ngayon because of the pandemic, dahil we can still teach them through virtual learning, just like what is done in universities. These people who are practitioners in the industry seem to practice their uh, their their skill set by teaching these foreign people remotely. So kung kung nasa service industry ka naman, uh, learn to expand your skill. Kasi this time is it's a time for us to really rekindle kung ano yung magiging magiging skill set natin. If you're not really much that aware pa kung anong meron ka, take this time to hone your skill. Maybe this season can be the season wherein you can develop your communication skills. This season can be the season where you can develop your leadership skills, your management skills, your whatever skill that you are lacking of. Take this time kasi whenever this pandemic or whenever the borders are open again, dapat ready ka. Dapat handa kang makipag ano, makipagbakbakan sa industry or maki-immerse sa industry. So that's my take on it. Just be ready. Um, Mold your skill and always you know seek professional help. Yung kailangan meron din tayong tinitingnan na mga leaders in the industry that you want to emulate para at least you'll be guided.
Sir Belman. Ayan. Thank
Yes.
you, Sir Ramon. Sir
Yes.
Belman.
Yes po, ma'am. So for me po, for your question po, tourism and hospitality industry is not dead yet, but it's on vacation. So just like any businesses, just like any individual, nagpapahinga rin po. So for now, ang industriya ng turismo at industriya ng pagnenegosyo sa mga ng restaurant or hospitality industry is on vacation. So sa ngayon, maraming mga restaurants na nag-close. Definitely, nakakalungkot isipin, maraming nawalan ng trabaho. At marami pang mawawalan ng trabaho dahil sa patuloy na pagkalat ng COVID-19. But for a restaurant owner like me, siguro ang advice ko po for those individual na nawalan ng trabaho or nag-close yung businesses, or for those students na parang sabihin nila ang daming mga restaurant na nag-close. So for me po as a restaurant owner, you don't have to totally close your operation. Kaya minsan nagsasarado ang mga restaurant because of their operating expenses. Hindi nila kayang suportahan because majority, kagaya po kami dito sa Tuguegarao City, Cagayan, MGCQ pa kami, only 50% are allowed to dine. But for our target market, which is students, so almost 4 to 5 months na po, walang masyadong estudyante because they are umuwi po sila sa mga kanilang mga nearby provinces, nearby cities, or nearby towns. So wala po talagang students. So for me po, for you to be able to survive on this pandemic as an entrepreneur or any kind of business, minimize your operating costs. If it's take to close your physical store, well, be it. Well, so be it. Hindi naman kailangan, ang strategy ngayon, wala masyadong lumalabas ng mga tao. Yung iba bawal pa, especially us dito po sa amin, 20 below, bawal lumabas, 60 pataas, bawal din lumabas. So, more yung market talaga namin, talagang wala, totally freeze. But for us, we boost on our delivery system. For i-boost namin yung delivery service namin. Kami mismo ang kakatok sa mga bahay-bahay. Kami mismo ang maglalabas ng mga produkto from our restaurant or from our house to the house po ng mga customer po natin. So yun lang po, minimize your operating cost. If kailangan isarado ang physical store, isarado para tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang negosyo. Kahit you can cook, you can prepare your food inside your house and then deliver it. So yun po, kailangan po nating maging wise ngayon na hindi porket nagpatayo tayo ng isang malaking restaurant na masasayangan tayo at manghihinayang tayo. You just have to be wise. Aanin mo yung malaking restaurant kung di naman kaya suportahan ng iyong ng yung sales, yung mga expenses mo. So, for a brand like me, hindi mo kailangan ng physical store to be a brand. You just need to provide whatever service na kailangan mo i-provide, which is for me is food. Yun po, ma'am.
Ayan po. So, sir, sabi niyo po kanina, masasayangan at manghihinayang. So, what can you say to freshman students who are doubtful to enter the industry? And yung mga iba pa nga po, sir, medyo natatakot na pong ituloy ang kanilang mga studies. So, ano pong masasabi niyo? Sir Ramon?
Yes. Well, ano lang, a piece of advice lang. Like what I said, I've been mentioning it na tama si Sir din na it's on vacation lang. The industry is just on vacation. So it will come back. And we're doing our best as uh, uh, a country to to do the measures to make tourism come back and be revitalized. And indeed, when it comes back, the demand for manpower will be there. So always have hope. Hindi man ngayon we're at these times na medyo down lang talaga ang arrivals natin, ang employment natin, the receipts natin for the industry. Um, it's hindi naman siya forever. There will come a time that the industry will recover, and then once it needs people, once it needs the pool of minds that will be fit for the industry, you know, we everyone has to be ready. Diba? Kahit ako rin naman in my position, nag-aaral pa rin ako hanggang ngayon kahit pandemic, 'di ba? So kasi iniisip ko mas malaki yung challenge pagbalik ng industry kasi mas maraming opportunities ang nandyan. And therefore, us being part of the industry and for the students who will be part of the industry, we have to really equip ourselves. Kailangan ready tayo emotionally, intellectually, professionally, 'di ba? Kasi ano tumataas lang talaga ang expectation sa Philippines in terms of tourism.
Mm.
Hindi tayo hindi tayo pabagsak as
Mm.
as a country in terms of the industry. We are expected by our ASEAN neighbors to be one of the captains in the industry. So, kailangan talaga nating magtrabaho. Kailangan talaga nating i-invest ang sarili natin. If you have time, invest the time to equip yourself. So yun lang. Wag sana kayong tumigil mag-aral kasi kailangan namin kayo sa industry. Kailangan namin kayo.
Mm-mm. Thank you, Sir Ramon. Sir Belman?
Yes, thank you po. Tama po yung sinabi ni Sir Ramon na energize yourself and invest in yourself. So, for those K-12 students, don't be discouraged na sa mga nangyayari ngayon. Although, for me as a millennial, I do not expect also that this thing will happen to not only to the Philippines but to the entire world. But yun nga sabi nila, this COVID pandemic, for now wala pa tayong vaccine, may mga inaayos pa sila at meron pa silang soon pa yung vaccine natin. So we just live with it. So for now of course medyo hindi natin maintindihan kung paano to maitatapos, but for me as an entrepreneur, we just as an entrepreneur and advice ko sa mga K-12, we just live with it. We just take precautionary measures. Mag-ingat lang po tayo lagi kasi ang mangyayari po niyan pag hindi tayo gagalaw, pag hindi natin i-open yung mga ibang businesses natin, kaya ginagawa po ng government na slowly binubuksan nila, hindi para dumami ang cases, kundi para mag-move ang economy ng Philippines. Kasi kung walang lalabas, walang gagastos, mas marami ang mawawalan ng trabaho, mas marami ang maghihirap na tao. So for students, I encourage you during this season na karamihan ng mga school is online. So, for me nga, pabor ako dyan, nasa millennial. Kagaya nyo. Kasi nasa bahay lang tayo at um, may time tayo na para makapag-engage sa family natin, may time tayo para makapaglaro ng kung anong game ang gusto natin. And of course, kailangan i-priority pa rin natin yung studies. Hindi pa po katapusan ng mundo. Okay, for those students, I encourage you um, to I encourage you to continue your schooling. Okay? Mas maganda ngayon at yung time na ngayon, which is we are now on our fourth or fifth industry revolution, so more on technology na tayo. So I know mas maintindihan to ng mga bata na ito na yung realidad. We just live with it na more on online na tayo ngayon. And if okay na yung pandemic, if meron ng vaccine, definitely this will turn into, if magno-normalize na po ang lahat. Kagaya sinabi ni Sir Ramon, after this pandemic, there will be a huge comeback on the industry. Tourism man yan, hospitality man yan, there will always be a big comeback. Especially, tama sabi ni Sir Ramon, hindi tayo kulelat in terms of tourism industry, in terms of hospitality. So ngayon, ang advice ko po for students and for all the listeners po, viewers po natin, support locals po muna tayo, support Pilipinas muna tayo at tangkilikin muna natin yung sariling atin. So pasyal-pasyal muna po tayo sa kanya-kanya nating mga probinsya, kanya-kanya nating katabi na probinsya para suportahan po natin ang bawat nasa turismo at nasa hospitality industry po. Yes, ma'am.
Ayan, so last question na po sa inyong dalawa, sir. Since nasabi nyo nga, magka-comeback ang tourism and hospitality industry, and since nasa Department of Tourism po kayong dalawa, national and regional department, so meron po bang specific plan ang DOT concerning the revival of Philippine tourism and hospitality industry? Any specific po na plan ng DOT? Sir Ramon?
I'm glad that you asked that question kasi I've been fortunate to be a part of the working group or the technical working group on crafting the tourism recovery and response plan. So this is, or the TRRP. This is the plan that the department has shown to Congress. Will be showing to Congress. Right now nasa Execom lang siya sa Office of Secretary for approval. And then once it's approved, mabibigyan siya ng budget by the Congress if the numbers are right. So this plan will be cascaded regionally. Yan, mabibigyan yung mga regions natin just to update the status, the situation of the industry as well as plans, programs, and activities that the department has trusted for these provinces and for the regions to adopt. So marami siyang teams. Specifically, it aims to revive businesses in the tourism sector. Kailangan stimulus packages, tax relief, things of that kind. As well as develop crisis management policies. Na once this pandemic has taught us that for us to be prepared, kailangan talaga ng policies that would enable us to move forward or be resilient. So the government has slowly, the DOT particularly has slowly done its mark in terms of yung pen work of the plan. So we're just waiting for the proper implementation by our legislative body para maipasa ng presidente natin. So yun lang naman, we really have to be hopeful about this kasi marami din talagang businesses, maraming destinations ang hirap magsimula ulit kasi naubusan sila ng ng panggastos, ika nga, 'di ba? No, so rest assured the government is there to and consultations have been made. Matutulungan naman natin sila, especially those who are under the MSMEs. Yan, yung mga travel agencies natin, tour operators, and whatnot. So,
Ayan. Thank you, Sir Ramon. Sir Belman?
Ayun po. Yes, from nakakatuwa nga lang po kasi I am working right now sa government at the same time I am an entrepreneur, so pinagsasabay ko po ang pagiging employee at pagiging entrepreneur at the same time. So for those students na mga nakikinig, sabi nila minsan mag-aral pa lang, sobrang hirap. Nasamahan mo pa ng trabaho. Sobrang hirap. So for me, ginawa ko siya nung college ako na naging working student ako at the same time working. So ginagawa ko rin siya ngayon. So if kaya kong gawin, kaya niyo din gawin yan. So, but I don't encourage, hindi ko sinasabi na you must be a working student. Okay? Hindi ko sinasabing if may chance lang, if you love to work while you're being a student, then go. Pero if not naman, walang masama. Hindi sa pilitan ito. Okay, yun lang ang kapalaran ko na to be a working student before kaya nagsumikap ako and right now nagsusumikap ulit. So going back to the question, so tama yung sinabi ni Sir Ramon, we are just only guided whatever central office of the Department of Tourism is giving to regional offices. So tama po yun. For us here in regional office po, we provide technical training assistance sa lahat ng mga stakeholders po ng turismo. So dati, physical to, pero ngayon online. So we do, in behalf of sa DOT Region Office po, we provide several technical training assistance from mga ecotourism, from hotels, from restaurants, for tourism officers. So we provide that kind of training. So aside from DOT, there are also several government agencies who provide financial assistance like DTI, meron po silang mga loans for mga micro, small, medium enterprises natin in collaboration with Land Bank and Small Business Corporation. Also for DA, also for DOST, and a lot of government agency po na nagpo-provide po ng mga financial assistance. So, yun po yung sa akin po, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir, Mr. Tiongco and Mr. Milan, for
Hi,
sharing your
Marius.
time and
Excuse me,
knowledge to
Marius.
everyone. Hi, sir.
Marius, we have ongoing questions from
Ah,
our participants in our live Q&A.
mm-hmm.
So, can you see it or should I read it?
Can you read it for us na lang
Okay.
po, sir?
So, we have an anonymous participant asking, because of social medias and all, particularly sa mga travel post, nakakahikayat talaga sa mga students ngayon na magka-college na kumuha ng tourism course para maging flight attendants. Can our research persons share insights about being a flight attendant? Then ano pa aside sa pagiging flight attendant yung pwedeng maging trabaho ng mga students planning to take tourism as future potential careers? Sir,
Yes.
Ayan, sir.
should I?
Sir Ramon?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Nako, magandang trabaho ang flight attendant. It's a glamorous job. A lot of my friends, especially nung college, have, you know, been there. But because yun nga, katulad nga nitong pandemic, medyo pahinga muna sila. Nalalaman nyo sa balita, di ba? Airline companies have cut down workforce to more than 50%. Even those international airline companies. Kaya magandang tanong to kasi hindi naman kasi talaga nafa-funnel lang ang future mo sa pagiging flight attendant kapag nag-tourism ka. Maraming avenues. Ako nga, inisip ko noon nung nag-aaral ako, kung kung nag-enroll ako sa tourism, flight attendant lang ang magiging trabaho ko, bakit ako nandito? Di ba? So, um, marami naman mas qualified sa akin. Maraming mas matatangkad, maraming mas gwapo, syempre. Di ba? Pero, truth be told, marami din talagang, like what I said, maraming avenues ang pwedeng i-provide ng industry sa inyo. You can work in government. That's one. You can you can be part of the industry by tour guiding. Yan, I have friends who have lived the life of a tour guide and they never regret it. Um, Mabubuhay ka na libre ang halos lahat free of charge because you're a tour guide. And then financially naman siya, rewarding naman siya as well as experience rewarding din siya, 'di ba? So you can either teach as well if you gain a little experience, or if you've been to an industry as a practitioner, you can go and share your knowledge to our incoming generation of tourism students, 'di ba? So you can be you can be converged with different industries. For instance, if your if your parents are into farming or agriculture, there's farm tourism. Diba? You can develop your farm as a farm tourism site or an ecotourism site. Diba? If your parents or if you are into if you are into nature, why not explore ecotourism? So, adventure tourism. So, marami talagang outlets ang may provide. Right now as the pandemic is happening, um, we're having talks with different countries in improving digital tourism. Yeah, kasi yung nakikita nyo, mga marketing tools natin dyan, malaking bagay yan. Pero to really have a niche for digital tourism na hindi natin pa nakikita before, the potential is very, very vast for digital tourism. So health and wellness, good. Well, you can also enter the health and wellness industry to tourism. Diba? Marami tayong mga resorts diyan na nagiging mecca for resting, for relaxation. So it's not just funneled on flight attendant as much as I encourage you to be one. Pero if destiny doesn't give you the opportunity, uh, yan, marami naman, marami. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope.
Okay, sir, kayo naman po ang pwede kayong mag-share kung hindi man pang FA sa mga gustong maging chef. Ganun po, sir.
Yes po. And yun for yung question niyo po kanina from the question of our participants. So for now po, sabi ko nga ang turismo at ang hospitality industry is on vacation. So right now you just have to focus to study. 4 years pa kayo sa college. Definitely after 4 years, there's already a vaccine. I'm sure of that. Siguro sa dami ng bansa ang mga nangunguna para makapag-formulate ng vaccine. So naalala ko tuloy merong isang flight attendant na nag-viral because of her post. Babae siya na nagtitinda siya ng street food kasi nag-cut ng
Yes, sir.
nag-cut yung airline company nila ng mga employee or nagbawas na at least 50%. So in that way, you must be flexible. Doon pa rin yung pangarap mo, hindi mawawala yung pangarap mo para maging flight attendant. Sabi nga nila, hindi katapusan ng pangarap mo, meron lang delay. So ngayon, karamihan ng mga nangangarap na para maging flight attendant na naudlot, sasakay na sana ng eroplano, nakapagpirma na ng kontrata pero naudlot, well, it's a delay only. Hindi siya katapusan ng pangarap mo. Okay? So you must be flexible lang. Walang masama sa isang flight attendant na magbenta ng online products, magbenta ng mga pagkain online. So you must be dapat yung pagiging entrepreneur natin nandun pa rin. Okay? Kaya ang HRM natutunan ko hindi lang siya hindi lang siya pagiging magaling ka magluto. Hindi ka lang parang magaling ka bilang isang flight attendant. Hindi lang ka magaling ka bilang isang magaling na flight tender. Hindi lang isang magaling ka maging front office or concierge attendant. Kumbaga itong pagiging nasa hospitality industry, dapat may kaakibat ito ng pagiging entrepreneur. Okay, lalo na ngayon, yung galing mo pagluto, I've been into private already, nag-work ako sa McDonald's, sa Starbucks, and then sa Bonchon, na-experience ko mag-work sa private company. Na-experience ko po at na-experience ko ngayon ang mag-work sa government. At naging self-employer na rin ako. So lahat na ng kind of organization na puntahan ko. Okay, so right now, I encourage everyone to be an entrepreneur. Okay? Walang masama sa pagiging pangarap ng isang flight attendant or maging cook, maging chef. Go with it. Pero dahil merong konting delay, dahil sa pandemic na ito na hindi natin control at hindi control ng bawat tao, so may konting delay lang. You just need to focus first on your studies. So let the government provide all the precautionary measures na ginagawa nila. This government naman po is working on its full forces para ma-prevent ang spread. So for now, you just have to invest on yourself. Tama sabi ni Sir Ramon kanina na pagbalik ng turismo, pagbalik ng hospitality, pag-bounce back ng lahat ng industriya, ready ka na makipagbakbakan.
Ayan, so meron po tayong babasahing comment from Azel P. Flores, Tourism Department freshman. Ayan, sabi niya, this is not a question, but I just want to give thanks to the guest speakers who gave us more reason to strive harder. Let us all aim high, sabi ni Azel P. Flores. Ayan, thank you daw po, sir, sa inyong pag-inspire sa kanilang lahat na ipagpatuloy pa rin ang kanilang pag-aaral. Ayan. So again, maraming salamat Mr. Tiongco and Mr. Millan for sharing your time and knowledge to everyone. So with that, may we award the certificate to the both of you. Let me read the citation. For Eastern University awards this certificate of appreciation to Mr. Ramon A. Tiongco Jr. and Mr. Belman Millan Jr. for their valuable contribution as guest speaker during the ITHM webinar entitled #Brave and Resilient ITHM and Brave and Resilient ITHM Alumni Success Stories, given this 22nd day of July 2020 at Far Eastern University, Manila. Signed, Dr. Joy Sheila B. Era, Dean of Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management.
Thank you.
Thank you po.
Ayan. Now, to all our viewers, especially sa mga freshmen natin na nanonood ngayon, here's a presentation from the FA or FEU Admissions and Financial Assistance Department.
Angel? Hi, Angel.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Hi, sir.